dominate the game in front of any crowd. I keep it 100 while you only keep it 50 thou. I can conquer any style. Victory is in me now.
We've got the San Antonio Spurs facing the New York Knicks. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Pass to Wembanyama. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
Brunson with it. Driving the lane. And it's Fox with the jam.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
Inside, Towns with the steal. And now just over a minute play here in the first. And that one's good. Brunson.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
Second round pick back in 2018. Stardom wasn't expected for Jalen Brunson, but he's always been a winner.
You look at his physical attributes, nothing jumps out at you, but it's all between the ears with him. The skill, the footwork, the vision, that's what makes him elite.
Pass to Bridges. Hart, right side. Lets the three fly. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Vassell, wide open. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist.
And there is no hesitation on Vassell's catch-and-shoot jumpers. Any sort of room, and he's letting it fly.
On the wing, Anunoby. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
And when you give up a three, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Now, here's Vassell. Drops one in from the wing. Vassell's got 5.
Now, that one went in, but I don't think that's a shot they want to rely on.
And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Jalen Brunson is the engine that makes this team go, and he has sacrificed so that the Knicks could surround him with talent. He said, winning trumps everything that I do individually. I'll do my part to help this team try to get a championship. It's all about the journey, and I'm happy to be a part of it. Back to you.
Yeah, you're right, putting the team first. Thanks a lot, Allie. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. The Spurs making a switch here. Clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Three-pointer, Fox. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. And Greg, with Stephon Castle winning the 2025 Rookie of the Year award, the Spurs went back-to-back in that category.
Yeah, of course, Victor Wembanyama winning that same award in 24. Just more confirmation that these Spurs are building something special. This is something Castle has been working on, developing his long-range consistency.
Clarkson surveying the floor. Robinson, that's good.
And that's exactly the type of pass we expect from a guy with his vision.
Outside, Fox. Yep, that one goes.
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
Whoa, what a play!
Oh, my. Karl Anthony Towns with a little extra emphasis on that one.
Castle with it, and it's Clarkson picking him up. Vassell, no good. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
And forget those threes. Cat, get the easy ones.
Yeah, he gives up a few inches to most of his matchups, but his ability to rise above always gives him a chance. Yeah, everybody will remember the bucket, but how about that pass to set it up?
15. Knicks foul. Jordan Clarkson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Wembanyama left side.
Substitution on the court.
It could go. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. It's the Spurs leading by a point. We'll get things started in
16.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Everybody in this league wants to run, but not everybody has the personnel to do it. This is a great start.
Offensive rebound. Another shot. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Violation. That's a jump ball.
Back to McBride. Shot clock at 5. Over Wembanyama. Here's Robinson. And the rejection by Wembanyama. And the Knicks with possession here. They trail by 1. And Barnes comes to help. And McBride gets it to go. Hey, Tim, what are some of the keys to sticking around for role players fighting to remain at the NBA level?
Well, if you are a role player in this league, you need to understand, you need to work at everything, but be exceptional at something. And I think that's the key. Growing up, all of these guys were stars. Now you've got to fit in and understand on a given night what your role is.
And your thing, your sensational aspect was your three-point shooting.
You've got to do it better than anybody else, Kevin. It's got to be at an elite level because there are guys out there waiting to take your job.
And you were elite. Out to Clarkson. And stolen by Castle. Wembanyama down low. Barnes can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Clarkson. And that one goes long. San Antonio leading. And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
Now the Knicks with it. Here's Awoma. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Lobbed up there for Barnes. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And here's Brunson. Towns wide open. New York missing again. Barnes right side. Vassell outside. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Wembanyama. And he uses the glass on the layup. Wembanyama's got 6.
You have to be aware of Wembanyama on the boards. Really keep a body on him. And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
On the wing Anunoby. New York, no good that time either. San Antonio leading by 4. And now, Allie Lepore says something for us from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Spurs talent evaluators first laid eyes on Victor Wembanyama when he was 15 years old, playing on a youth team in France. At that point, the franchise was enjoying its 22nd straight winning season, but the opportunity to just maybe draft a prospect like Wemby gave them the impetus to rebuild. Back to you guys.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. A 3 from Barnes. The Knicks pull it in.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
They need this one. The rebound by Victor Wembanyama. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Vassell, no good. Pull from the top of the key. Rebound by Sohan. Barnes outside. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Spurs lead by 5. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Tim is one of the most accurate three-point shooters this league has ever seen. Give us your top shooters in the game today.
Yeah, it's funny because you always say, well, obviously Steph, so it's almost like any conversation puts him in a different category. I obviously agree with that. I look at a guy like Damian Lillard with that unlimited range and his ability to pull up from anywhere. Even a guy like Trae Young, I would put into that category because of the range, Kevin. It just extends defenses so far.
What a list. And McBride gets it to go. McBride's got his second bucket.
Spurs lead 26.
Castle on the wing. Pass to Vassell. To the middle. Pulls it from the elbow. Jump shot is good. Wembanyama's got 11 points.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Here's Owoma. Here's Clarkson. San Antonio with the rebound. Three-pointer, Fox. That shot off. Knicks trailed by 5. Here's Owoma. Still yet to score. McBride's shot is off. Wembanyama outside. Spurs passing it around. Vassell, no good. And here are the Knicks now. Here's Clarkson. Wembanyama with the rebound. Spurs leading by 5. And here's Vassell from the arc. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Pass to Hukporti. And he banks in the layup.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Back to Barnes. The 3. buries it from three-point range. He has 5.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And so here is New York. 6-point game. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Down low. 5 to shoot. Screen by Hart. And it's Towns missing. San Antonio leading by 6. Pulls up on the wing. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. And so it's New York with it. Here's Bridges. Hart, no good.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
The wide open look here for Fox. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
And no doubt Fox has a scorer's mentality. He is constantly in attack mode.
Here's Anunoby. Good on the bucket. Anunoby's got 7 points.
And I like the subtle adjustment he made to create a little space for that one.
Well, those types of moves show creativity and determination.
How about the show Wemby's putting on here? When he gets it going, Victor is pretty much unstoppable.
Here's Bridges. Takes it inside. He gets it in there.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. .112 left in the third. To the left wing. Here's Sohan. Off target with his 3. Knicks trailed by 6. A steal. And it's Johnson penetrating. And Johnson with the stop.
Big body is what they call him. But man, does Johnson have a quick first step.
Pass to Bridges. It's Hart on the wing. And Hart throws it down.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
That's the kind of play that can spark a run. A dunk like that energizes everyone on the team.
Outside Harper. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
And so it's San Antonio in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. San Antonio leading by 8. Pass to Sohan. To the paint. Here's Wembanyama. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
So, Tim, you ended your NBA career a little bit early because of knee problems, and at 34, you made the transition to broadcasting and have excelled so much. What has that journey been like?
Well, certainly, Kevin, I wish I could have played another handful of years, but you're right. The knee injury forced me into this line of work, and I'm blessed and grateful because I can stay connected to the game. I get to watch it every night with a front row seat, and hopefully I get to make people a little bit smarter about what they're watching.
Oh, you do, believe me. You definitely do. And there's the call on Guerschon Yabusele. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Wembanyama outside. 6 to shoot. The Knicks pull it in. It's stolen by Wembanyama.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
Now Yabusele. Yabusele, the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Shot's good by Clarkson.
A fine shooter from deep. Clarkson has a good feel for when to let it fly.
And so it's Mitch Johnson calling timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear, and immediately. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He said, this is who we are. This is the pace. Don't let up. He said it doesn't matter if they go on a run. What matters is how we respond. They plan to respond with a fury, guys.
All right, Allie, thank you so much for that.
Oh! That's as good as it gets. Woo!
Ferocious slam by Johnson, trying to tear the rim off the hinges.
Anunoby in the corner. Shoots the 3. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Fox with it. Hart covering. A three-pointer. Good.
3-point goal.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots. Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough. I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off.
Knicks trail by 12. Towns the screen. Brunson, and he trains the jam.
And you can tell Brunson has been well coached. He knows just when to call for that pick and roll.
Here's Johnson. Wide open look. Yeah, count it.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now, just trying to close it out.
And timeout called by Mitch Johnson. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. A 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Hart. And he jams it in.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but possible, like you said.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
The putback. Tried for the putback, but can't get it to go. Now Wembanyama. Here's Barnes. Puts it up from deep. Rebounded by Anunoby. Bridges outside. Now Towns. .102 left in the fourth quarter. Inside. And the rejection by Wembanyama.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Spurs.
The blocking really turned things into their favor this time.
Great timing, anticipation. They got the blocks, and that definitely changed the momentum of this game.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Victor Wembanyama.
He was really an intimidator out there. His shot blocking was incredible.
Barnes outside, from deep, nailed from three-point land.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
They are playing with so much confidence. They've been clutch all the way around.
Fox. Good, nice job down low.
De'Aaron Fox.
And the rejection by Wembanyama.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You'd never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Tim Legler,